Cancervo is a Italian um, psychedelic doom metal trio. We could call them a couple of things. They call themselves heavy funeral psych, I think, is what they call themselves. And this started as probably like a pandemic era jam band between three people. Their first album was really well received, even though it was fully instrumental, and probably because it was very heavily influenced by sleep, and people love that shit. Myself included, I enjoy that those types of atmospheric guitar progression focused stoner music is entertaining for me and quite a lot of people. But they had to go somewhere with it, right? And the only reason I'm talking about two is because it turns out when they add vocals and have lyrical themes and begin to show what else they can do besides finely crafted instrumental heavy psych, uh, it turns out they're a bit of a doom metal band and a pretty good one. Not that they are hugely centered around traditional dynamics in general, but that they translate the ritualistic or meditative side of like an om or a zom, and they translate that into a little bit of traditional doom metal and uh, psychedelic doom metal is the result essentially. Um, and it's what I would consider hypnotic. I guess the appeal of this music is its hypnotic affect, and their lyrics are pretty interesting. They're everything. They're named after a small mountain in this alpine region of northern Italy where they live, and all the lyrics have to do with nearby folklore, sayings, old wives' tales that pertain to the area, and real or otherwise historical events, some of which they sort of add a little bit of fiction to make them more interesting and like a haunted doom metal album kind of feeling. So we do get a bit of a haunted house out of this one, and uh, I enjoyed it quite a bit. It is kind of this 70s meets 90s feeling that a lot of stoner doom metal event kind of ends up resembling over time, and I think it'll generally appeal to people who enjoy stuff like Saturnalia Temple, but this is a less active, less communicative event. They're still very much in that mode of kind of wanting to be a jam band and making songs of it, but it stood out to me even though it seemed a little bit sleepy and just a little bit meh at first. But the more time I spent with this album, the more I enjoyed the that hypnotic feeling that it gave and the real consistency of it throughout the full listen. So I thought that was worth recommending here at the end of the month. And go ahead and read a little bit more details here in the review and check it out for yourself. See if that might be your thing.